ここはオーネスト。
What's good, anime enthusiasts? Got another episode of a very chill anime that turn your brain off, let it ride, and you're good to go. And I needed this after the travesty that the newest episode of My Status as an Assassin was. And while it was, 23 minutes, it flew by for me in this episode because mainly not a whole lot happened, but at the same time there was a few little nuggets here and there. This episode mainly was the party going through the dungeon, getting up to the floor boss, fighting the floor boss. There was dialogue, but nothing too substantial in most places. This was mainly, them trying to flex their, animation skills and other things. But other than that, episode's pretty simple. So in the beginning of this episode, it starts off with the party outside the dungeon like they did in the last episode. And they do a little briefing. Our party leader shows off this core crystal that allows us to skip directly to the floor, because the other party already cleared up to that point, and we were given this little crystal in order for us to skip to that point. And so the 464 we know is an undead boss, and it's also the floor called the Tank Killer, where healing magic doesn't work. I'm gonna be honest with you, that doesn't matter as far as this episode is concerned, because Orness has an artifact called Almarestica. It's a black spear that piercing slashes and impossible to break, and he doesn't need to be a tank. Well, he's like a tank, but at the same time he's just like a fighter that really just destroys any and all skeletons that come in his way, and he's soloing mostly everything, and everybody else is like chill, chatting it up, and everything's fine. This is like the lasting period, the best of the best out of the academy. They're just chilling, having fun, and Alec does notice something that's invisible. He attacks it, and he kind of figures out that Orness was trying to test him after being absent from the party all these years. They had a little back and forth. At some point, Orness asks Alec why he's only using Thunderbolt. Like, you have other powerful spells. And Alec has this little memory flashback of when the prince was berating him for his skills. And Alec just shakes his head and moves on, plays it off. So Alec is still going through the motions of, the abuse that he suffered while being a court magician, and he still can't shake his habits. Real. Next up, this is like way halfway into the episode. There's this guy being chased around by this big lizard, and we come to find out the big lizard is the floor boss, and the guy being chased around is Loki Savaria, a support mage, and the other party members, they don't like him. It's just a comedy. It's serious, also a comedy at the same time. They don't really like Loki. He seems like a detestable character, and the dude is screaming, yelling at Orness, and Orness yelling back, and they're going back and forth. And this Loki dude looks scared, but when he leads the big lizard into his trap magic, he just switches form. He goes, "Aha, I caught you at my trap." And he just switches gears. But the floor boss didn't care. And before the floor boss kind of like murks him, Orness and Alec come in to save the day. And now it's lasting period versus the floor boss. Again, animations and scenes going back and forth. And we get to see Alec unleash a new spell that only 2 mages in existence know of it. One is the owner, or not owner, I should say, creator of the spell, which is Eldest, and the one Eldest taught Alec. It's Reflect. which he just reflects back the floor boss's powerful beam at him. And through a few more bigger spells being cast and the finishing blow done by Ornis, the party wins. They have a good laugh and chat and messing with each other. And this final few scenes is that Loki reveals that there's another floor boss, and he was just kiting the lower IQ one. So the party needs to head forward. And Loki is just acting very suspicious. His dialogue is weird and like jarring in a couple of places. He even hands Alex an artifact called Schwartz. Very nice looking sword. Splitter of heaven and earth. And dude's making JoJo poses and saying Alex is being a frontline fighter and he shouldn't cast magic. And I'm here sitting like, this is being suggestive, right? Like, we don't have to be a frontline fighter. It just so happens that Alec, started doing like frontline fighting with magic sword and whatnot, save MP and all that good stuff. So that's like some weird dialogue things. And the episode ends with Loki saying they're gonna launch a surprise attack at the second boss, who is a big knight cladded in black armor, but it doesn't appear like nothing's inside the armor. And that's it. See, episodes, was pretty chill and everything. I will say the animations were a little bit above average at best. The only thing that really, there's like a few things. Some of the animations look a little bit janky here and there. And the biggest thing that irked me was the big floor boss did not feel like a big floor boss, in that the sound engineering on it was weird and misplaced in several ways. There's probably like some delayed reaction sounds. Whenever the boss was stomping around, it didn't stomp around audibly. So that was a little weird and taking you out of experience. But other than all those words. Other than all of that, that's it. I can't really think of anything else to say. I mean, like I said, Court Magician, free chill anime, turn your brain off, have fun, palate cleanser, have a good time. But with that being said, let all of you, with that being said, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, all that good jazz. Comment down below what you guys think of the episode, or what you want to see next. I'm thinking Loki is gonna be low-key like a double agent for the prince or some royalties and stuff. I think he's a spy. That's what I think. But we're just keeping this short because there's not much else to happen. I hope you all have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you guys are in the world. And I hope your day is just a little bit better than it is now. With that, we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Video. One of those things. Doesn't matter. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.